beats and rhymes.
No one can do it better.
So Tank took a shot at the Ring Magazine Awards. So Turkey is no good for boxing. I guess because he didn't get the 2 Ferraris he demanded from Turkey. And I reckon it's because he didn't get an award. He threw his toys out the pram, you know? He didn't get an award. So he decided, I'm going to throw shade. Turkey's no good for boxing. Maybe because he didn't get an invite. Who knows? But Tank should be happy, man. Tank said he earned $40 million for the Frank Martin fight. And there's the American channels backing it up. They reckon they've got receipts. He sold 6 million pay-per-views for the Frank Martin fight. Cleared over $40 million. Well, he should be happy for the boxers at the award show. They're going to earn career highest money. You know, like there was the Free Rebels last year. Who was it? Tank, Inoue, Canelo saying they're not ready to do the Turkey thing. Well, Canelo and Inoue have hooked up with Turkey because they want the money. They want the money. But, you know, Tank said he wants $150 million to fight Ryan Garcia. If he can sell 6 million fighting the likes of Frank Martin, then his 6 million pay-per-view buys should easily get him $150 million for Ryan Garcia. What do you reckon? Maybe another 50 or 40 million against Lamont Roach? Tank saying they're saying this guy's good for boxing. He ain't good for shit. He knows shit all about boxing. Why isn't he building up the people where he's from? And he said all the people at the award show are all dick eaters.
The niggas that dick ride can't get on this, right?
Yo, Turkey, send the man them Ferrari-coloured boxing gloves, man. He needs a hug. Is he asking why didn't he invite everybody? I don't get Tank, you know, like all that tweeting Tank does. Once he had a correspondence with Turkey, he shouldn't have been tweeting. You should have been speaking to him personal, through DMs or phone. The f***ed up thing is he probably still could reach out to Turkey and Turkey would talk to him. But Tank is just one of them who gets in his own way.
Boxing.
Beats and rhymes.
No one can do it better.
All right, let's look at the PED violators. Big up Shy and Jake Donovan.
He's put his own stipulations on it, saying he's going to demand 24-hour drug testing all the way leading up.
I'll put my predicaments on it. We won't be using VADA. I'll be using the people I want to use. For some reason, Bill Haney keeps on saying VADA, 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 VADA. It's kind of strange to me. Why can't I use USADA or any other organization? It seems a little fishy to me that they love VADA and VADA loves them. I mean, it's just weird. I mean, if nobody's asking those questions, I wonder why.
And Jake Donovan is asking, it would be fantastic for any media member who interviewed him this weekend to have asked him this question. He's basically admitting he's done 0 drug testing since he was issued suspension, which means he will remain on suspension. He should be in 24/7 testing. That's what he should be in. And I'll tell you what, Jake Donovan is 100% correct. Because what his answer should have been is, I am currently being tested by USADA or this agency. He didn't say that. He said he'll use what agency he wants to use, meaning he's not using one now. Meaning he hasn't listened to anything the New York State Athletic Commission have told him to do. And who believes he's taking his boxing career serious anyway? Few things have been bugging me a little. Did Turkey invite Ryan to the awards while he was suspended? If he did, not a good look. You know, Golden Boy getting away with a lot of shit, man. No one's answered Tevin Farmer yet about why there wasn't no VADA testing for his fight with William Cepeda. And you invite Ryan to the Ring Magazine Awards while he's suspended. He's not taking his suspension seriously. He's not adhering to the conditions of the suspension. And then you've got Oscar talking about there's no need for a rematch. Fair enough, no need for a rematch. But like they're saying here on Boxing Scene, just conveniently admitted the facts that he came into the fight 3 pounds overweight. I don't have a go at Ryan for that because Devin and Bill were greedy and they took the money for every pound he was overweight. But the banned substance of Ostarine, for which he is serving a year ban from, Oscar just overriding that, talking about Ryan destroyed Haney. He won the fight. You didn't win the fight. The result was changed to a no contest. Well, let's go there first. Maybe Oscar used to juice when he was fighting, you know. He's got such a lax attitude about it. And another thing that's bothering me is some of you even watching the video talking about Devin and Bill Haney are soft for suing Ryan. But Ryan isn't soft because he wasn't confident to win without trying to get an advantage. That's really pissing me off.
Boxing.
beats and rhymes.
No one can do it better.
While we're talking about the PED violations, let's talk about Dennis Mccann. Double bubble for Dennis, man. Reportedly, he's tested positive for drostanolone and trenbolone in his failed VADA tests, which resulted in the cancellation of his fight with Peter McGrail, which would have been on the undercard of Usyk Fury 2 in December. Put it in the search engine, 2 separate steroids. Now he's going to say he didn't take anything. He said that already.
I don't even know where to get steroids. I barely take supplements.
You have to ask yourself, after Conor Benn and Tyson Fury got caught up with this Sajjad Usman, and they've both popped, although Conor has been exonerated, what was Dennis doing with this guy? Victor Conte is asking the same thing. What are these boxers doing with this Usman guy? But then we could ask the same thing about Vic, couldn't we? You know what I mean? Let's keep it real. I got no problem with Dennis. Just do your suspension, pay your fine, whatever it is, then get back and fight. Get your legal team to do what they got to do and get you back in the ring ASAP. Victor Conte's got this quote from Usman Sajjad, Dr. Kevorkian. In 2022, he said, "You would have to be an idiot to fail a drug test in England." He could be right, because once again, a boxer gets popped by VADA, UCAD come up with nada, they need to step up. He then went on to describe how boxers could evade random drug testing agencies by using very fast-acting testosterone or growth hormone, which can leave your body for 7 or 8 hours. But, it looked like Dennis just didn't do his homework. Maybe he didn't consult Usman on what he was taking for the McGrail fight. Looks like he was a little reckless. Victor went on to say, "When I say doping is not just steroids, you've got IV fluid infusion after weigh-ins, you've got diuretics, you've got growth hormones, you've got testosterone replacements."
What's happened to the B sample? Where is it?
Well, I think that is the B sample, Frank. Dennis is donners.
Another one on the dirty list.
Boxing.
Beats and rhymes.
No one can do it better.
Whatever the big fight is, to be honest, whether it's both marketability-wise, commercial-wise, but I've had Liam Cameron's name mentioned a couple of times today to me, and Barnsley versus Sheffield. It seems that Ben Whittaker don't want the rematch. I'll happily fight him at Oakwell. We can bring some Sheffield lads down. South Yorkshire derby, let's have it.
Look at there you go. Listen, enjoy it, man.
It's a little random. Wasn't expecting it. Is Callum going to go up to 175? I'm assuming he is. He's calling out Liam Cameron. Can Cameron make 168? He did have a Commonwealth belt, I believe, at 160. But he's older now. Like I say, it sounded a little random. And we know that Ben Shalom, Ben Whittaker are going up against Frank Warren and Liam Cameron back and forth about this rematch. Who's going to host it? I don't know. Maybe Ben has coerced Callum to call out Cameron, make them a little uncomfortable. Or maybe Callum decided to call him off of his own back. It would be a very good fight, though. And yeah, perhaps they shouldn't wait for Ben Whittaker. Let Ben Shalom go take out legal action if that's what he's going to do. If Callum is willing to move up to 175, why not? I think that's a very good fight. But you see how it goes in boxing? Ben Whittaker, he's the scalp that a lot of British fighters have wanted to take. But after he's fought Liam Cameron, Cameron got a deal with Frank Warren, and now he's got a target on his back now. And if Callum fights him and wins, he'll have a target on his back. And that's the nature of the beast. There's no place to sleep. No resting on your laurels. Simpson looks like he's got the dimensions to fight at light heavy. Definitely so. And he did look very good against Steve Goodall. He looked very good. I think he's a bigger puncher than Liam. Liam might be a better boxer. Be an up north shindig. Nice one though. I like it. Barnsley versus Sheffield. I like it. Bit random perhaps. Bit of clout chasing. Don't think we'll see it in the first quarter of this year.
Boxing.
Beats and rhymes.
No one can do it better.
Hi everybody, I'm going to make this short and sweet. I'd like to announce my retirement from boxing. It's been a blast. I've loved every single minute of it, and I'm going to end with this. Dick Turpin wore a mask.
What a load of nonsense. Honestly, the bloke's ridiculous, isn't he? He's not going to retire, he isn't.
I tell you what, this guy is just a motherfucker. My gut feeling to this post by Tyson, it's risk reward. A lot of people believe Tyson Fury is a top 5 all-time great heavyweight, despite the 2 losses to Alexander Usyk. And Fury I don't think he believes it, but he puts it out there to the world that he is up there with the likes of Muhammad Ali, Joe Louis, Larry Holmes, Jack Johnson. And if he's going to risk losing any more stripes after losing to Usyk twice, he's going to want astronomical money for that fight, which Frank Warren and Eddie Hearn will not be able to provide without the General Entertainment Authority, Turki Al-Sheikh. And if Turkey can't provide the money, then he may well walk away from boxing. Now, the Dick Turpin wore a mask cryptic message he left with that tweet, suggesting he wants to rob the bank if they're going to get him in the ring against AJ. So whatever they've put up, he wants a lot more. Let's say a negotiating tactic / mind games with AJ. Now, Fury out of his own mouth says Joshua is of his era, and he didn't say he'd like to fight Anthony Joshua before he retires. He says he needs to fight Anthony Joshua before he retires. That quote was 2022, late 2022, around the time he fought Chisora. And just before he fought Usyk, May 2023, for the first time, here's what Fury had to say.
I'm still dismissive of him. Styles make fights, and my style for him is kryptonite. You know, I've always said AJ's built to measure for me. And just because he knocked out that guy with a right hand, it's not the same. Boxing's different. You know, Styles make fights. We've seen he couldn't land any of those right hands on Usyk. A way smaller man, a lighter man. Boxing is a very difficult game. It's changing all the time. Styles make fights, and his style is made for me. When I've got through with a rabbit, then we go down for AJ.
Now, he had a front row seat when AJ knocked out Ngannou, and that was his assessment of a fight between him and AJ after he watched AJ starch Ngannou in a couple of rounds. And we know what Ngannou did to Fury just a few months ago before that. Had him on the floor, took him to a split decision, which some people believe he won, Ngannou. And he's right. Styles make fights. They do make fights. But they have 6 common opponents. Usyk, Klitschko, Wallin, Ngannou, Kingpin Johnson, Dillian White. AJ stopped 5 out of the 6. Fury has been taking the distance, albeit one, Dillian White. That doesn't suggest that AJ wins the fight, because like Fury said, Styles make fights. Alexander Usyk believes that Fury will win. At the same time, we got to look at the punch resistance. Yeah, AJ got knocked out badly by Daniel Dubois last time out. They had him hurt just before he got his lights put out. Fury, decked by Ngannou, torrid 9th round in the first fight with Usyk. AJ and Fury have both fought Usyk twice. Yes, Usyk had AJ in trouble in the 12th in their first fight, but nowhere near the type of trouble that Tyson Fury was in. Punch resistance isn't looking good for either of them, but AJ hits harder. There's a lot of good stuff going into a Fury fight for AJ. There's good stuff for Fury too, but I'm just saying, as an AJ fan, there's a lot of good stuff for AJ to work on. Fury can't move around the ring like that no more. Ngannou caught him while he was retreating. Could AJ exploit the things that Ngannou exploited and better?
After a really good performance against Tyson Fury, what did you make of that performance? Surprised?
No, not at all. I researched Ngannou and I've watched Tyson Fury box a number of times. People claim he's the greatest of many, many generations, but I think if I box Tyson Fury, a lot of similarities will happen in the fight. So I'm not surprised at all in terms of his style, who Fury is.
He did say he needs to fight AJ before he retires. He did say that.
When I've got through with a rabbit, then we go down for AJ.
If you're a real fan of boxing and not just a fan of Fury, you need to hold this guy to his word, or his credibility takes another hit, as it has several times in the last few years. Frank Warren wishes Tyson Fury well in retirement. He hopes that Fury will stay in boxing in some capacity. Fury 36, claiming he's walking away from the life as a fighter. Frank Warren said, God bless him. If that's what he wants to do, that's what he should do. Frank said he said it all along. No one should be trying to influence him in the boxing world what he should do. It's up to him. At the end of the day, after consulting his family and making discussions, maybe they meant decisions, or having discussions, he's made a lot of money. He's had a fantastic career. He's the best British heavyweight, probably joint best of his division. Worst case this century. He's been in some magnificent fights. He's the best British heavyweight, probably joint best of his division. It's a little difficult to read. He's been in some magnificent fights. He's shown what he's been about. He's been exciting to be around. I've loved every minute of it, and I hope all the fans have as well, and he hopes he enjoys himself. Frank Warren told Steve Bunce that he had not been expecting the news today, giving Tyson Fury credit for turning his life around with his mental health issues and struggles. He was disappointed with the result of the last fight to Usyk. And I tell you what, right? His family, Sugar Hill, Frank Warren, and people close to him, maybe they've had influence on Fury's decision. A lot of the media who are pro-Fury, and I'll say anti-Anthony Joshua, they've tried to rubbish all of Joshua's accomplishments as much as they can to downplay Fury needs to take the fight. Although Fury can take voluntaries against Derek Chisora, who he's beat twice already and nobody wanted to see. He can fight Otto Wallin for the quote-unquote lineal, whatever they wanted to call it, and Schultz. He can fight them guys. And look, they can't fool me. They can say what they want, but AJ is a huge puncher. Up there with Klitschko and Wilder as one of the more formidable punchers in the last 25 years. And it's not an ideal style for Tyson Fury. I'm not sure if he'll stay retired. If he does decide to come back, they're going to give him shit because he's just walked away from the Anthony Joshua fight. Not that he cares. Let him go enjoy his retirement and his money. He's made enough. He's more than earned the right to retire. As for all-time great heavyweight talk, it shouldn't come out of no one's mouth if they know anything about boxing. Let's just keep it real. But the media have shitted on AJ so much that if he was to beat up Fury, the overinflated appraisal they have of Fury, that will be destroyed. And that's their worst fear.
Boxing.
Beats and rhymes.
No one can do it better.
Sources close to the negotiations have said a Conor Benn Chris Eubank fight is done. Both men have signed. Conor Benn, 28 years of age, 23-0, 14 inside the distance. Chris Eubank, 35 years of age, 34-3, 25 inside the distance. We all know about the fallout of the first attempted version of this fight. It looks like it's really personal now. If it was personal back in 2022, it's extra personal now. They're saying here the fight will be made at 160 with a 10-pound rehydration clause, which in theory could level the playing field for Conor, you would think, more than Chris. A 10-pound rehydration clause per IBF rules. Is there an IBF strap on the line for this fight? Regardless, the rehydration clause means neither man can weigh over 170 on fight night. We could be looking at White Hart Lane, Tottenham, April the 26th. Done deal. We'll just wait for Eddie and Ben Shalom to make the official announcements. One down, many more to go. 2025 is that year. It's that year.
Boxing.
Beats and rhymes.
No one can do it better. Boxing.
Beats and rhymes.
No one can do it better.